Hi and good day to my examiner. Today I will present the final year project 2 SS home monitoring system for elderly people. I am Khoo and my mapping number is B22EC0022. My supervisor is Dr. Khoo. Introduction. Persatuan Kebajikan Orang Tua Jelia (PKOTC) is a non-governmental organization located in Taman Unggur Tertamina in Johor. They are dedicated to the welfare and care of senior citizens. They are almost 100 citizens living in several home areas in the world. Some senior citizens are homeless and has not family. After I interviewed with the director of PKOTC, the PKOTC have faced some challenges, which they are lack of monitoring system. They are not existing system to help the staff for monitoring the movements of senior citizens in the house. Manual monitoring, the staff must sit beside the senior citizen to monitor and provide the service manually for 24 hours. So I collect the requirement of director. She need material management features, which are emergency features, job scope, streamlining features. The emergency features is ability to call emergency number, either family member of senior citizen or emergency service 999. The emergency button for staff to click in case of emergency. The job scope streamlining features. The staff can record the health information of senior citizen in the system and record the information of senior citizen family member. The project aim is to develop an application for Persatuan Kebajikan Orang Tua Jelia that should be able to make their service more effective, save time, and reduce the work load of their staff. The project objective to gather and analyze the requirements of Persatuan Kebajikan Orang Tua Jelia. Second, to develop a visual monitoring system for monitoring the senior citizen at Persatuan Kebajikan Orang Tua Jelia. Lastly, to test and evaluate the monitoring system reliability and effectiveness in providing timely assistance to the staff of Persatuan Kebajikan Orang Tua Jelia. The project scope for this FYP, the system is designed to be used as a software application and mobile application that accessible by most common Android phone. This application designed for system admin of PKOTC, staff of PKOTC, and family of senior citizens who stays in PKOTC. The system admin can log in with email and password, manage camera, streaming and image, receive alarm notification for the system, call the emergency number either is family member or emergency service. They also can communicate with staff through the system and manage the staff info. The staff can communicate with system admin, click the emergency button, manage the senior health status, and manage the information of family member of senior citizen. And then the family member can receive the emergency call from system admin when their senior citizen is emergency method. Literature review. Current system analysis. This table ensures the feature that I have found in the existing application and system in the market and Play Store. The existing application and system are souvenir camera visually, water camera, DVD. So after compare these three applications, I implement the features into the AS Home, which are live streaming, recording image capture, record set to the cloud, allow notification, two-way communication, emergency call, and emergency button. And then for FYP 2, I successfully implement the additional features, which are senior management features and family member management features. The senior management features can allow the staff record the senior health status, and family member management allow the staff to record the senior family member info. The technology used for development are Node.js, Visual Studio Code Editor, Azure Studio, Firebase, ESP32 Camera, Flutter, and Arduino IDE. System development methodology. The system methodology that I use for this FYP is Hyper Waterfall Agile methodology. Why I use this methodology? Because it enables efficient and successful project execution and support the structure phase with flexible interaction. The hardware requirement for this project, the laptop use the processor AMD Ryzen 5 or Intel Core i5 and above, use the 12 gig and above, use the 64-bit operating system and have 1 gig storage for this project users. The smartphone they use is Android. The Android version their requirement is Android 8 and above. The phone require 4 gig RAM to run the application. The ESP32 camera have Wi-Fi connection and Bluetooth connection. Software requirement. The text editor have two Visual Studio Code and Arduino IDE. The Visual Studio Code is to write the source code of the project development with, and Arduino IDE is to write and upload the code to ESP32 camera module. The UML modeling design tool is use the enterprise architecture. I use the enterprise architecture to design the technical diagram for project development, such as sequence diagram and activity diagram. The framework that I use is Flutter, the forefront and backfront of the system development. I also use the Node.js as the server to host the port of ESP32 camera module for streaming purpose. I use the Firebase as the database to store my data in the system. And I use the Figma to design the UI interface of the project. And I use the Microsoft Word to write the documentation of the project. For example, SLS and SDD. Requirement and system design. The diagram is show the use case diagram of the SS Home application. The use case diagram involves of 4 actors, which are system admin, staff, ESP32 camera, and family member. There are 8 modules from this use case diagram, which are user authentication, camera management, streaming management, notification management, communications management, senior management, family member management, and staff management. They have 20 in this use case diagram, which are register, set security password, login, manage camera, open camera, close camera, view live streaming, record live streaming, view live recording, delete live recording, manage image capture from streaming, receive alarm notification, call emergency number, please press emergency button, communicate with staff, communicate with system admin, manage senior health status, manage family member info, receive an emergency call from system admin, and manage staff. The system architecture. The SSOM is used the modern view controller architecture. The modern view controller MVC architecture is simplify the development and enhance the maintainability during the development process. The system logic and data will be represented by the model. These include information about the image, system admin, recording, alarm notification, and staff data in the SS Home database. The view will handle the presentation of the UI. It refers to the user interaction with SSOM, including manage the camera process, view the live streaming, and any information shown on the application. The view communicate with user input and the controller will process the data input. The data processed from the controller will send the data from the modem to the database and retrieve the data from controller. They are users interface after development process. Implementation and testing. Implementation for environment development. In this project, I had to set up multiple kind of environment to develop the SS Home application with a Flutter environment with dot programming in Visual Studio Code, the Node.js environment to host the port of ESP32 camera from streaming method, Arduino IDE. The Arduino IDE is used to create and upload the code to the ESP32 camera module. Lastly, I also need to set out the static IP address of for my Wi-Fi to ensure the WebSocket protocol can be connected between ESP32 camera and the Node.js server. Database. This is the Firebase database with the multiple tables they use in the system. Second picture is show the integration setup between Firebase and the Flutter application of NS Home. I also implement the system architecture in this system, the MVC architecture, model view controller. The model handle the data. The controller process the data into the database and retrieve the data from the database be, to be present in UI. The view is the user interface of the system. In testing phase, I use two testing methods which are STD, black box testing, and user acceptor testing. The table below is shown black box testing when logged in with valid input in the AS Home application. Second, user acceptor testing UAT. The table below is shown the result when staff registered as system admin account. I also let my family member to test the system during testing phase. Conclusion. In conclusion, I will discuss the achievements of project objective. First, I successfully gathered and analyzed the requirement of BKOTC. I successfully developed a visual multi-learning system SS Home for monitoring the senior citizen at BKOTC. Lastly, I successfully test and evaluate the monitoring system reliability and effectiveness in providing timely assistance to persatuan kebajikan orang tua jail staff. The suggestion for future improvement for this system, I will improve the user interface for increased attractiveness. I also provide a customized view of the application for family member of senior citizen. That's all for my presentation. Thank you.